take a look at one of the reactions that we are getting from NDRF officials after this implosion has taken place.
देखिए हमारे को एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ने रिक्वेस्ट किया था टीम स्टैंड बाय करने के लिए, जो उनके रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से हमने टीम्स यहाँ लगा रखी हैं। रेस्ट जितनी भी डिटेल है वो प्रशासन देख रहा है, उसको तो आपको वहाँ से मिल जाएगी। एनडीआरएफ का जितना काम था वो पूरा होने का हमारी अभी तक कोई रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं।
हमने देखा था पूरी तरह से तैयारी थी, एक तरह से सामान निकाल कर रखे गए थे, उनकी कोई जरूरत नहीं पड़ी अब तक?
नहीं, अभी तक जरूरत नहीं पड़ी है। बाकी अभी मीटिंग है तो
यहाँ से अब रिलीव कर दिया गया है अभी?
नहीं, अभी मैं मीटिंग के लिए जा रहा हूँ, जैसे आदेश मिलेगा मैं मिलूंगा।
ओके, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू।
Let me now go across to Mr. Vishal Kumar, who is the Secretary of NEFOWA, joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Kumar, thank you so much for joining us on CNN News 18. We have been actually tracking all the developments ever since the Twin Towers stood, and now that they are finally down to the ground. Now we have a word from edifice officials that thankfully there has been no damage to the Emerald Court buildings, which were very close, remember, to the Twin Towers. 9 meters apart was one of the towers of Emerald Court. That's some good news and some respite for people who stay at Emerald Court and who are all set to return in the evening at about 6 p.m. once there is a clearance.
Can you hear me?
Mr. Kumar, if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can.
Yes, please go ahead.
First of all, thank you for taking time to cover all the story, and congratulations to Defy's team. As long as we heard from media, there is no damage to the nearby building. So once again, congratulations to carry out such successfully. And another point, since the tower have been demolished now, so it's not just the tower. We have demolished one of the corruption which have been done by Supreme Court of India, and really very thankful to the Court of India that they have given such orders to demolish this building. So now this building have been demolished. What should be the next action? What should be the next course of action taken care by authority? So now we'll have to see which society will have illegal buildings and what are the actions we can take about. We, as in NEFOWA organization, we have taken lots of RTI, we have sent lots of complaints, and still we are waiting for response. And we hope after this incident, authority will take our complaints proactively and they'll do something to prevent all these things happening in the future.
And a word here, sir, on the implosion. Do you think this is something, obviously this has never been done before, and the trickiness of the situation was the fact that it was so close to the adjacent two societies, and now that it has been successfully carried out. A word here on the edifice and JET, both these agencies who have successfully carried out this implosion and never before seen in India.
Yeah, that's what I said. Congratulations to the entire team who carried out this explosion. So we heard that the blast sound will be heard almost around from 10 kilometers. And I think it was not heard. And as long as we see on the media, the dust and everything is being settled down. And we hope there is no as such damage to the nearby building and there is no casualty at all. So this is the first time in India such lengthy building have been demolished. And then team did it really very well.
All right, Mr. Kumar, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you joining us here on CNN News 18. Remember, we have been on ground since the beginning, since the morning and also yesterday, taking you through all the developments from on ground. Our reporters are also on ground taking stock of all the situation. I'm also now joined by Mr. Suhas, the DM of Noida, on the broadcast. Mr. Suhas, now that there has been a successful implosion that has been carried out, your first words, sir.
The demolition process has gone as per the plan. We are taking all the precautionary measures to ensure that the post-demolition process is completed as per what we have decided. So we are specially monitoring the pollution levels. The water has been sprinkled continuously and all the other precautionary measures. So largely everything has gone by plan. Still the experts are on a site and we want to ensure that every micro detail goes as per the plan. Thank you.
Mr. Suhas, one more thing that I'd want to understand from you. There has been so much of weight for the people in the nearby society, especially Emerald Court, who took this matter to the court. There's so many questions when it comes to the probe. In which direction is it going? Now that the Twin Towers are no longer there, they have been razed to the ground. If you can throw light on which way is the probe really going?
Yes, as all of us know, Honorable Court has directed for the process and it has been closely monitored process. And today the challenge was to ensure that there is no loss of life or property, and the team had worked quite hard in the last 2 days. So yes, I think the process has been completed, but still the expert teams are on the spot, and we want to ensure that every micro details are observed and there is no problem for any residents who are residing around the area.
Mr. Suhas, you obviously must be getting all the word that's required from all the departments that are currently on ground, taking stock of the situation, trying to ascertain that the debris are also cleared at the earliest. What is the timeline that you are giving? Because the debris are a lot. What is it that is going to happen from now on once the dust is settled and once the debris are going to be taken away from this very spot?
The CBRN teams are on the ground. The Noida Authority teams, Pollution Control Board teams, and the utility teams, the Hydel Electricity Department teams, Pollution Control Board teams, different teams are on the ground. They have all been given standard operating procedure and their responsibilities. We want to ensure that we want to get all the residents who have been evacuated at the earliest back to their residences, and we want to ensure that all micro details in and around the area are monitored closely, and there is no hassle for the residents of Noida and people who are living around the airstrike winter.
All right. And Mr. Suhas, one final word that I'd like to understand. The expressway and also the airspace was shut because of the implosion and because of the fact that this is going to actually lead to the emanation of a cloud of smoke that we saw in the visuals and also through the naked eye as we were reporting and constantly tracking all the developments from on ground. How soon is that going to open and how soon can people begin to come back to their respective houses?
Presently we are on ground zero and our teams are working hard to ensure that the air quality is brought back to normal limits at the earliest. So yes, all the departments have been given the mandate to ensure that as per the plan, we bring back the air quality to normal levels at the earliest.
And one final word on all the authorities who are currently on ground. We saw that you were actually taking stock of everything on ground right before the detonation, the implosion was all set to happen. What do you have to say about this very, very planned implosion that took place? And like we are hearing from the officials, whether it is edifice or otherwise, that this has gone as per plan. We also heard the police commissioner saying just as much.
Yes. It has been planned execution of the demolition, so it has gone as per the plan. But still, the experts are on the site and they are looking for the debris and looking for the micro details on the spot. So we don't want to leave any corner untouched. So we want to ensure that it is completely executed as per the plan, and post demolition precautions are also in place.
All right. And Mr. Suhas, before I let you go, what is that word that you will want to send out to the people who are staying in Sector 93? Because this is going to take about 3 to 4 months for the debris to be completely taken away from the site where the Twin Towers really stood some time back. What is it that you're going to say to the people till the dust settles? Because remember, we're talking about Noida, we're talking about Delhi NCR, not known for the Delhi air quality as well.
It will certainly not take 3 to 4 months. It will be much quicker than that. And we want to ensure that the air quality index is brought back to the normal limits at the earliest. Therefore, the teams will work in and around Sector 93 day and night, and we want to ensure it is done at the earliest. And yes, we would like to assure all the citizens of Noida that the administration will leave no stone unturned. We will do all within our power to ensure that normalcy is brought back immediately. As of now, everything is under control, but we'll ensure that AQI is brought under control at the earliest. Thank you.